friends. Today I just kind of wanted to chat about my thoughts. No real conclusion or anything. Recently, I guess I've been feeling a lot more pressure in the sense that I'm feeling this sense of being stuck, where I want to make more changes, and yet I feel pressure not to in a few different ways. But I, I I think I've run out of things to do recently, and the company also has slowly run out of things to teach me, at least within the first phase of, I guess, this long-term onboarding process for me. But um, not just with the materials, but even with like kind of the operational work that they're trying to teach me. The main motive behind why I joined the group I am in right now, which is kind of in international sales, is so that I could get a more hands-on feeling and understanding of the products that we manufacture, or the kind of stakeholders that are involved in uh, the whole supply chain, from manufacturing to delivery to our different customers around the world. And not saying I still have plenty to learn from there, but I think there's also a limit to how much I could kind of learn currently from the PowerPoint slides that they're offering, or the operational work that they've been teaching me this past month. And I think it's at that point where uh, I feel that I need to kind of go on site more, but due to COVID, it's making it really difficult. I have gotten lucky and gotten to see a few, uh, you know, customers, or not customers, but stakeholders, but it's not enough, and I'm not getting the full picture, and but the company side too are kind of struggling to figure out what to do with me. Of course, I'm trying to be proactive and um, create work for myself, or try to start projects. But I think I'm also kind of getting a little pushback, because that wasn't the point for me to join the group I'm in right now. And I think they are kind of uh, fearful, I think, in the sense that they're worried about what I'm doing because they don't know what I'm doing, kind of thing. Of course, part of it's probably my fault for not being able to communicate well enough to get them to understand what I'm trying to do. But in part, what I'm trying to do is create change within the group, whether it's in the structure or the working style. But change also represents, I guess, that what's currently being done isn't working, or at least, according to my opinion, it needs to be fixed or improved. Improved is saying it nicely, but I guess change affects the feelings of the people within the group, because it's a very sensitive culture, and it's really difficult trying to communicate in a way that gets people to understand that I'm not trying to attack them, but of course, the language is also difficult, especially where there's a lot of hierarchy involved. And in Japanese, for those who don't know, there are ways to speak to people above you and also to below you, and you can't be direct, so you kind of have to speak about topics indirectly sometimes, which is an art in itself, in my opinion. And so when I don't have that perfected, I'm trying to initiate change, it could be taken very offensively, I think. Even if they know that I don't mean ill will, the filter that has been created over a lifetime tends to take the words more sensitively, I think. And so I'm trying to dance around this emotional aspect too, I think, while trying to get their buy-in. Because if I can't convince the people in my group that these changes could be good for them, I think I'm gonna have a hard time trying to convince the whole company in the future. So in some sense, what I'm trying to implement within my group is like a beta test, and it's not working. I'm failing, and I want to make it work. But I think part of it is that I'm rushing too much. Again, it's only been a month and a half now, close to 2 months since I joined. And in a slow culture like the company I'm working at, I guess someone like me coming in and trying to implement change would be unheard of to some extent. So maybe I just need to wait more. But that's also really, I'm just really confused right now and feel pressure. But I'll have to figure out. One way of looking at it is that I could just kind of continue to do what I am on the side, where I'm doing extra work to make what I've been taught more efficient and effective by creating manuals and operation flows to visualize the work process, so that potentially we could find ways to make the work more efficient or whatnot. And by actually creating these things that haven't really existed in the company before, I think that would hopefully catch the interest or the curiosity of people if I make those things kind of work well for me. So maybe I just need to focus more on myself and the specific work I'm given, even if it's a smaller amount. Just focus on that to catch people's interest in wanting to learn more, rather than trying to figure out the best way to communicate changes that would make the whole group more effective without them being able to have a visual evidence, I guess, of what that means. And that's harder to convince. So yeah, I guess that's what I'll do for now, maybe. No, but I mean, everything's in a balance. I'm gonna continue try to figure out how to communicate the necessary changes, but at the same time also work on my small extra works that I'm doing on top of my operational work, and hopefully just a mixture of that while trying to figure out how to communicate with them better. Something will work, hopefully. But yeah, that's my struggles for now and my thoughts. Anyways, I'll catch you guys up again another time. Ciao.